Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Full Metal Alchemist mobile video. My name is Valentine, and today I'll be covering how to get the most out of your characters. So obviously in the game, there's a lot of tutorials teaching you how to level your characters, how to ascend your characters, how to get them past certain hidden potential nodes. There's a few other things that kind of just get swept under the rug that you can really buff your characters up. So, for starters, we're just going to cover the basics, go over it again. You never know, some guy might have bombarded his way through every tutorial and just skipped absolutely everything. Firstly, we're just going to start on this screen. Firstly, we're going to use my Kimberly as an example. Currently, my Kimberly is level 50, and in order to ascend him to level 60, I need to progress in the side story up till, I believe, 5-2. That's where I get his next ascending medals, and that'll allow me to get him up to that level 60 level cap. But hey, I gotta progress inside story, and hell no, I ain't doing that anytime soon. Other ways that your characters can severely benefit from just their main kit is by building up their hidden potential system. That's what I'm gonna call it. So that's this system here. Making sure you're actively farming these materials is probably one of the best things you can do in this game, because these characters need a metric fuck ton of materials to level up and to get them really good. So currently my Kimberly is only at node 4. Node 5, I believe I need to get at 5 dash... No. Node 5, I need to do hard mode side quest 1-5, if I remember off the top of my head. Let's take a look. Yep. And that'll allow me to choose between 2 different new abilities. I haven't actually looked through these yet, but these nodes are probably your main source of outside buffs besides leveling and ascending your characters. Obviously, they just give a bunch of stat percentage buffs. Give you a HP 10%, and new sort of like... These ones are sort of like new passives. This one, I believe, is like a linking attack. So if you have another unit of the same faction next to an enemy, and say, for example, my Kimberly does an attack on that enemy in front of him, and there's a teammate that's of the same faction to the left, to the right, and behind, just wherever really, close to the enemy, they will do a combo attack. So it's really, really fucking good, because that's extra damage right there already. Obviously, defense stats, so that's your physical defense and your magical defense. Really good. This progresses a hell of a long way. It's going to take a long while to get your characters completely maxed out. But currently, where I'd say beginners can get up to, it's still really beneficial. And you definitely should be focusing on that. The next thing is your dupe system. So, dupes in this game is weird. So you need one copy of the character. You need another copy of the character, right? Pretty basic, pretty simple. You then need fodder characters, is what I'm going to call them. You need lower levels. You can use any rarity, but they need to be of the same star level as the character you are trying to ascend. So here, if I wanted to get my Kimberly to 6 star, I need another 5-star Kimberly, which is 4 dupes into Kimberly, into a second copy of Kimberly, and then I also need 2 other 5-star characters, whether that be rares, SRs, or SSR. Don't use SSR and don't use SRs, to be honest. Just use Rs for this. They're the easiest to get, they're the easiest to awaken. It's just that easy. By leveling up, by getting more stars on your units, you unlock the ability to level up your passive just a little bit more. So here, I think it's at star... I want to say star 3, 5, and 6, but I don't think that's right. I think it's actually 2, 4, and 6 is when you get your star level ups. So looking at my stats here, because my character is so high in stars, I get all these stat buffs here. Plus... my base stats are actually really high as well. Once I get him to 6-star, it'll be even higher. Like, look at the jump in HP. Look at the jump in all of my stats, really. They're all going up by at least 200, except for, I believe that's evasion or whatever. Yeah. At star 6, your passive will get star level 6, which just basically increases your optimal damage, the cooldown on moves in some cases. It just really depends on what your unit's passive is. Now we'll just briefly touch over the what is it? The memory system. This system, I haven't really looked into it that much. I'm clicking this button here and doing auto on my cards for now until I actually read up on what they do. So as you can see, my Kimberly has an SSR and 2 SR memories. None of them match whatsoever, but hey, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Actually, I'm pretty sure these two match up. The Ed and the father one. You know what I'm talking about. And as you can see down the bottom here, they are each giving slight stat buffs. So you go, hang on, let me move my character over just that little bit. So here we have, see, HP, your magic defense, HP, more magic defense, and then a form of attack. Actually, I don't think that's the attack stat at all. But then your memories also have these effects. I won't be going over those. I'll make a big separate video on covering all of the memories. So I'll be going through SSR to SR to R memories, covering all of them, covering what characters they need to be on, what characters benefit from certain sets and whatnot. Yada yada, you get the idea. Backing out of the memory system. Obviously, actually, going back to the memory system. In order for you to level these up, it's a sort of like your characters as well. You need dupes of these. So I'd say I need a dupe of this certain memory in order to get it from the level cap level 10 to level 20. Or you can use these ones here, which can be used if you have the purple ones, which is on SRs, and the gold ones, which is on SSRs, and they can get them to levels anyway. Currently, I don't have any on this memory specifically, but this is how you get your memories leveled up from 10 to 20, and that's eventually, once you get them to from 10 to 30, that's when you'll be getting a big ability boost from, right here, big ability boost. Backing out of Kimberly completely, I'm just going to show you an example of everything I need to do. So I'll do example of the dupe system, how it works first. So here I have my Sloth, he's only 1 star. I have a duplicate of my Sloth now. So I'll be putting him into here, clicking OK. Then it's 100 silver to get into the first tier, and as you can see over here, Sloth's passive then goes up from level 1 to level 2. So yeah, I think I was right, it is 2, 4, and 6. And already, the passive increase is really good. As you can see, those percentages are going up severely. It's just really good. So doing this, and bam, Sloth is now 2 star. Now for an example, if you were to see how you can use all of these characters, please don't use SRs whenever you do. You can do your Rs, just select them, go bim ba bam, and you click the button again, and then they just awaken to the next star. So now that I'm looking at it, it might just be 2, 3. Oh, maybe it's a level up every level. That's interesting. I haven't really been paying attention that much. That's good though. If it's a passive level up on each star, that's really good. As you can see, stats are obviously increasing. On the looks of it, the 6th star is the biggest stat boost, which is really annoying because there's 8 dupes of the same character to get him up to 6th star, plus you need 8 copies of, I think, 2 or 3 other units as well. It's mental. That's just for the 6th star too. As you can see here, I have the ability to upgrade his nodes. I won't be doing that because I don't use Sloth at the moment. I will be. My team is the Homunculus team, so he's actually really good, but I just don't have a place for him on the team at the moment. Now if we back out of this completely and just go back to the main menu, we have certain little options down the bottom. This one, I believe, yep, this is your faction-based stat boost. So what these do, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's a tutorial for this one, but I'll cover it anyway. What you want to do, you want to put these units of the same faction or the same, I think it's the same type. No. Sorry, it is the same faction. They go onto here. And the higher level and the higher star those faction members are on this screen here, is you get a higher boost from the stats over on this side of the screen. You can level these faction boosts up with certain food items that you can get by farming the game, farming special stages and whatnot, or just buying them from the shop every now and then. Yeah, it's honestly really good system, because I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure this affects every unit that you own, not just whatever faction has, you know, those characters in it. So say this faction, I forget the actual name of it, the hostile faction won't only affect hostile faction members, it'll affect absolutely everyone, but I believe they get a special extra boost. I'm not 100% sure though. We back out of this now. We can then... Now this is the one that caught me by surprise. We have an affinity system. As you can see over here, affinity gives certain characters stats. Which is... I don't know how I feel about this. I like it because the affinity items are actually pretty easy to get. Currently, I only have Envy and Kimberly at level 5. I'm working on my Lust right now, and then I'll be working on my Gluttony, and then my Lan Farm. So I have a brilliant showcase idea. But in order to get your affinity leveled up, you have to give them gifts. Obviously, I don't have any because I ran out. So here, there'd be gifts you can give them, and it will level up their hearts meter here, and at level 5, I believe, is when you go from that flat stat 1% boost to the 2% boost, and then you go up to 10% and get extra boost, and so on per every level. What else is there? I actually don't think there's other ways to do this. Obviously, there's, if we go into here, you all should know about your memories. Oh god. Already know about your memory cards. We've already discussed this a little bit. Here is just how you see them a bit better. How you have all your dupes and whatnot down here. If you're ever feeling lazy and you don't feel like going through each individual menu, you can always just click this button here, and it will take all the characters that you can star up. And use this with caution because it does use certain characters, random characters, but it will higher your stars on characters. So just an automatic way to doing it. Now I'm just going to take us to a stage where we can get the optimal, where I can show you the optimal boosts, the faction boosts and whatnot. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Right, I couldn't find a stage that would allow me to use 6 party members on a field at once. That I already hadn't done all my limited runs to already. So what I'm going to show you is just a bit of PvP. So currently my team setup is the homunculus team with the Doctor and Olivia. So what I'm getting over here, I'm getting the homunculus team buff, which I believe off memory is 10% HP up, and then you do 5% more damage to enemies if they have a debuff inflicted on them, up to 20% extra. And I'm not quite sure about the other faction buffs because I haven't really looked into them. But if you look here, see how all these characters are lit up here. I obviously don't have Mustang, and for some reason I don't have him. I apparently never pulled him. They all fall under the same faction. You put them on a team of either 2 or 4 together, and they will get a bigger boost. Like the faction ability will get a bigger boost. Usually it's just HP % up, or in, I'd say this one's case, is crit damage up, crit rate and crit stuff. Oh no, it is HP up as well. Interesting. So now we'll just play through a PvP match. What's he got over here? Oh yeah, pretty standard looking team. My envy back there. Honestly, I can just do this. We'll just let the story unfold for itself. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna mollywop this guy. Unfortunately, I am extremely overpowered. Let's see how much damage we're doing. Oh yeah, naked. I took 1 damage. That's insane. And there's Kimberly showing off 2.8k. Mid, by the way. As you can see, Kimberly's got the buffs here. This is just auto, so I can't really see. Gluttony's getting buffs. So you also got to pay attention to units, kits and whatnot, and how they synergize. Damn, I was really hoping for Gluttony counter there. I really like using this Doctor because at the end of every turn he gives a buff, which I'd usually just pair him close to Kimberly because that buff counts towards his Philosopher's Stone count. And he also heals a tremendous amount. Like, you won't get to see here because I'm just... This is just unfair what I'm doing. Obviously, I like using Olivia because of her freeze. It's really good. And this match is over. There's just no point. Absolutely insane. That 6 buffs took my team from doing like 1.2k like on average to about a 1.9k on average, which is really good. We'll just go through here. Honestly, that's about that's about it for the video, to be honest. I've covered all that I know personally. I'll be making a video on memories soon. Going over all the memories, making a tier list of all the memories and whatnot. Because apparently tier lists are really common in this community, which is fine by me. As long as people don't think of them as, oh, this tier list is lore. Because at the end of the day, it's all about your experience. It's all about having fun. So anyways, I'd like to say thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.